Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for September 2023. We're just going to jump right in here, Pisces, and see what is going on for you. You have this water card and this weaver card. Obviously, the water card would be your energy showing up here. The weaver card is like a spider. I'll show you in a minute. And, it just kind of represents the story that you're telling yourself or the things that you say to yourself. And so I would definitely, watch your words, number one, but also, if you want something, good to happen this month, then I would make sure to use good words and I would make sure to talk about the good stuff, right? But, let's see here. In your first row, you have the Two of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Six of Wands here. So it's like you have two sixes, which I love. To me, two sixes says you're going in the right direction. It's like confirmation for your path, or it just says that you're kind of like making moves in the right direction. So, I do feel for a lot of you that you are kind of going in the right direction here in your life. I also feel that, some of you clearly need to be careful here. I kind of feel this is coming up in the area of what you don't see coming. And, I would definitely be careful of any like past people or anything. Five of Cups, someone with regrets. Nine of Swords, like a round situation. This is quite simple to me. It looks like a toxic person who wants to keep you stuck in a cycle. So, again, if you have a person like that, I would clearly be careful. But other than that, the reading looks really good. I think this reading is saying avoid whatever this is at all cost because everything else looks really, really good. But you have this Weaver card. And again, this first row is just the general energy for the month. And so I feel for a lot of you that, again, it's like a month of telling the story that you want to tell. And again, this could be why, this devil energy is showing up in your reading. It might not even be a person I'm getting. It could be, something that takes your time. You have this balancing act card as well in that row. So it's like, it could be a bad habit. It could be anything that is attached to the devil. I really feel that this reading is saying you have the opportunity to overcome something maybe that's been controlling you for a while. It could be like wasting your own time, right? It could be like and what I mean by that is like procrastinating on projects that you need to get started on. Like all that type of stuff is popping into my head. Like, when you should be working, you're doing something else. Whatever. Again, I feel like this Weaver card is like saying what, the type of person that you truly want to be, what does that type of person do? And I kind of feel that you need to go and do it. There's really an opportunity for you to kind of have a breakthrough here. Again, Two of Wands, Five of Cups, and the Six of Wands. This Two of Wands, I feel, is, kind of like a breakthrough. There's something that's dead done over with or complete behind him right here. This wand, it stands on its own. He doesn't have to work on that any longer. And I am getting the word progress here on the Two of Wands. It is a card of progress. He's reaching forward to that wand in front of him that you can see there. And, he's got the whole world in his hands. He just needs to leave the castle. He's standing at the top of this castle and he needs to get out into the world so that he can be more successful. He needs to, go on a journey or experience something new. And that's what I kind of feel for you here. Again, right here, this to me looks like a breadcrumber, Six of Pentacles over here who has regrets. So again, if you have a person that just breadcrumbed you, didn't really give to a situation, I do feel it's time to move on. You have these two cups behind you and then this bridge and this castle. Five of Cups is grieving the loss of something that you no longer enjoy. So, like, if this is a person, by the way, it's like this, whenever I see the Five of Cups, if this is a past person, it's like the past person might just want to win with the Five of Cups. They might just not want, it's like they don't even, this is going to sound wrong, and I don't want you to take this the wrong way, Pisces, but it's like they might not want you. It's like they might just not want to lose in the situation, if that makes sense. So, again, I would be careful. I feel like you want to move on from this as well, if this is part of the story is for you. So, it's like definitely something to think about. I also feel that a lot of you, just based off your astrology in August, at the end of August, it's possible that there was like that a project or something you were working on didn't go exactly according to plan. The end of the month, I'm shooting this on the, whatever today is, the 25th, right? The end of this month is like a little bit, I don't think it's bad, the end of August, if you're watching this at the end of August, but it's like, there's a little bit of that kind of something not working out type energy. I don't know how to describe it, especially if you're working on a project. And I feel like the Five of Cups is saying, like, if you turn around and are grateful for what you do have, you're going to find something that's like much more fulfilling. You have the Six of Wands, definitely success coming in for you. I feel like going this way too. You go to the devil, but at the same time, the devil is Saturn, and I feel like there could be some hard work coming in for you. It's like, you've moved on from something, or you are moving on from something, and you're heading towards work is kind of what I get here. We're going to have to dig more into this in just a second, but, and sorry, I almost dropped this entire deck, and there's about 6,000 cards in this deck, so dropping that would have been a disaster. I would have been here all day cleaning those cards up, right? But we're going to use the Oracle of the Radiant Sun here to clarify this reading. And we're going to see what comes up. Again, I do feel like you could have a past person that's jealous of you, or, something like that with the Six of Wands. Again, I would just be careful of that energy. This has been coming up for you for a while. Yep, with the Two of Wands, you have the basically the world. This is the achievement card. This is the Sun in Capricorn. The world is Capricorn. You have the world showing up here in the reading. Some of you could be meeting a Capricorn. You do have the devil here. And again, I would be careful of being blind to a new good person, not telling you what to do. As I always say, I don't think tarot, should tell you, oh, you have to, date this person or whatever. I'm just thinking, just putting this all together, that there could be, this gives me the vibes of you meeting a new person, could be a Capricorn, could have a bunch of Capricorn in their chart or something like that. And, what I would say here is that because of a past situation, I feel like this is saying, like, don't let that, ruin something that could be really good for you. I also do feel there clearly he has the whole world in his hands. It's like you have an achievement that you're holding on to, but there's some sort of, it's like there's a breakthrough that needs to happen for you to get to this achievement. And we need to figure out what that breakthrough is. With the Five of Cups, you have this optimism card. Yes, turn that frown upside down, Pisces. It is time for you to be optimistic. I feel that there is a lot of winning that could be coming in for you, but I really feel you need to be more positive, especially with literally the solution to the Five of Cups is gratitude, right? Which is a form of optimism. So I feel the more grateful, the better. With the Six of Wands, you have this discrimination card here. This is not a bad card. It's not like discrimination like we think of it. It's like discrimination as in you can tell the difference between what's good for you and what's bad for you, people, places, and things. So I kind of feel like you are a little bit more picky, choosy at this time. Probably not a bad thing. I'd say it's probably a good thing, honestly. I think that especially, going this way, you could say that you have a discriminating eye where you are, if people are coming in, offering you love or whatever. I just think you're in a little bit of a, kind of like this. It's like a little bit of a cautious energy is what I'm getting here. So definitely something to think about. I don't think this has to be a bad thing. I just think that, it's something that you should, pay attention to here with this energy. All right, and next in the area of your next big change, you have this Truth Be Told card in this Fork in the Road card. I feel you have a big change coming up. I feel like there is a big change coming in for you, but I'm getting the word narrow. It's like, I have the word narrow, like you are narrowing something. It's like you're narrowing your focus. You're becoming more specific about things. This could have to do with your truth, like what this card here is a card of your truth. It says I think in the book for this deck, she even says, like, I think the question with this card is, like, what is the truth for you? So it's like, what is your truth? This Fork in the Road card is telling me that I feel like you've developed something as far as you can. It's like if you have a career or a business, it's like you've gotten to this place where you are as far as you can go. And now I feel like the universe is saying, like, okay, it's time to narrow your focus. It's time to become more specific. And again, one of my favorite quotes of all time by Zig Ziglar, I'm going to butcher it, but he basically says that it's better to be meaningful, specific than it is to be a wandering generality. And so when we become more specific, we can charge more money for our services. We can get paid more money, because we become an expert on like one thing. And I really feel that a lot of you are kind of being asked to, narrow your focus on something. And that is like your next big change. You have the Nine of Cups, the Six of Swords in the world. I'm hearing you need to show the world what you're made of, really, is what's coming up. So, again, everything is about kind of this, there's this certain energy of display for you, Pisces. Every single reading I do for you, where it's kind of like the universe is asking Pisces to display their skills, talents, gifts, skills, and abilities to the world. Because again, you've been being prepared for the past like 10, 12 years, something like that. with very difficult astrology, right? Yeah, the astrology for Pisces has not been easy since like really 2012, if you want to get specific about it. But what I would say is that I believe, and I've said this to you before, that you are meant to be an inspiration moving forward. It's like everything that Pisces went through is what everybody else is about to go through, like for the next 20 years. So that's why I believe it is Pisces' job to like literally be an inspiration, to be a guide for other people, and to show the world what you're made of, because then it gives other people permission to do it, and that's like what you're here to do. You have the Six of Swords, moving on to calmer shores. I definitely feel for some of you that you could be making a sacrifice. I always say this woman and the child in the boat, they are leaving everything behind them behind. They are completely starting over. So for a lot of you, this is kind of like you moving forward. You have the Nine of Cups here. Nine of Cups is a wish or wish fulfillment. But again, with that Weaver card, this is a card of matching energy. It's a card that says if you want to be something, be it. Just display the energy and you will get what you want. And so I feel like that's what the Nine of Cups is talking about. And I feel like you need to move towards your own fulfillment. It's like time for you to be fulfilled. With the Nine of Cups, you have this innovation card. Yeah, I mean, like literally Jupiter and Aquarius right here. So like literally Pisces being an innovator, needing to be an innovator. It's like some of the most innovative people on earth are Pisces or were Pisces. Steve Jobs, February 24th. There's so many others that I can't think of off the top of my head, but a bunch of them were innovators. So, everybody thinks of Aquarius as the innovator, but really it's kind of like Pisces is sometimes the one that is the real innovator. And, I think that your new ideas clearly going this way to the Ace of Wands is what could make you stand out. It's kind of funny because, again, based off your astrology, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but, I really do feel that some of you, it's like have had something that didn't work out recently, over the last month or so, or it's like something hasn't performed as well as you want going this way. And that, again, I base this off the astrology. I feel like the Ace of Wands is saying that there is something new that you are going to be doing that's going to like take off. So, don't give up if you're working on work or business. With the Six of Swords, you have this independence card. I feel like people are seeing you as very independent and everything like that. Again, I feel that you're here to give people strength by making your own mind up, by living your truth, which might not be other people's truth, but that's exactly what you're here to do, plain and simple. With the World card, you have the Influence card. Again, for someone, see, I feel like you're very guarded. Look, he's even looking over at the devil, this guy, here. And you have the Three of Swords. It's like, I feel like you are very guarded against a past person here who could have been like just a devil, toxic, whatever. So again, I would be careful of the situation. It's like, this person could have had like external influences. I feel like there are things that you don't know about this person here, Pisces, as well. It's like they just want to keep you stuck in this loop. So I would just be, not to dwell on this, but I would just be careful of, someone that is coming in here. Next, especially if it's a past person. Next, in the area of what you don't see coming, you have this balancing act card and you have this movement card. I do feel some of you, it's like there's like a lot of movement, and I feel you need to balance your energy here as well, because you could be working on a lot of projects or, ideas, and especially in regards to your finances. And I feel this is saying like, hey, you need to make sure that you're balancing things so you don't get like sick or injured or, so that you have time for yourself. I would make sure to balance things out. And again, some of you could be making moves or, making bigger moves in your life. Some of you literally could be moving, but, I kind of feel you're making these big moves. You have the Devil, the Three of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. Again, I really don't need to spend a lot of time on this. I mean, like I said, I would avoid a devil past person if you have that person, especially if you know that they want to just keep you in a cycle. I even would be, if I would even be careful if you have a person who just repeats cycles, with this energy, because Nine of Swords is like having a nightmare, waking up, being stuck in a nightmare. Again, if this is for you, I feel this person probably just breadcrumbed the crap out of you here, probably didn't really, bring much to the table. And so I would just, I would avoid it. I actually feel you have healed against this person, and I feel like you are very guarded as well. Again, we go to that Nine of Wands, which he's the wounded warrior, but he's also kind of protecting himself and making sure that, nothing crazy happens. So, I feel that for you, Pisces, here, especially with this card. I always think forgiveness is a great idea with the Three of Swords, you're not forgiving. You don't have to like forgive this person directly, but I feel as long as you forgive a person in your heart, then it allows you to heal and move on. Again, I was getting something about work with this card. It's like I was getting the bad, like this could be a past person who is like a devil, right? But I was also getting something good about like work and work that you do. So it's almost like the universe is kind of asking you to buckle down and get to work and be more like focused. Again, if you're like, we kind of said this at the beginning of the reading. If you're getting distracted by, toxic things, or if you're allowing certain things to distract you, I would be careful of that. But let's see what is going on here for you, Pisces. With the devil, you have this, are you kidding? You have this inspiration card. I literally was saying that it is your job to be an inspiration just a couple of seconds ago. And so, again, I feel that you are here to, show people like what you're made of so that they can do it. Because, it's like Pisces, I think what Pisces needs to understand is that people always underestimate Pisces, and then you do something like, how the hell did Pisces do that, right? And so, but that's your job. Like that is what your karma is, I believe, for Pisces. Like we're supposed to like overcome something, show people what we're really made of, and so then that they do it, right? We're supposed to like teach them how to do it. So, there you go. With the Three of Swords, you have this Fortune card. Yeah, I feel like you're focusing on your own happiness, joy, abundance, great fortunes. I feel like it's like the sun is shining on you. Look at all this imagery of the world in this reading. The sun, but I almost feel, it's like the sun is shining on you at this time, especially September. I feel September's going to be totally different than August for you, Pisces. With the Nine of Swords, you have this romance. Definitely a new person coming in for you, for sure. I feel like this person is also the opposite. It's like maybe your past person was easily influenced by other people, or, whatever the case may be. I feel like this is something totally different. This even reminds me of the Two of Cups. These two people, look, they are dressed very similar to the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups, the two people on the Two of Cups come from two different worlds. They're meant to be, very different. So I feel for a lot of you that there's someone coming in, but it's like they are very different. It's almost like you've learned your lessons, which is great. Finally, in the area of the good stuff, you have this pier. It says, you decide, the choice is yours. You have a clear decision coming up here. You have a sandcastle. It says, everything is temporary, divine timing. Yes. And so I feel for a lot of you that, there's like a lot of, divine timing things. I think I said this to you in one of your last readings. I don't remember, but it's almost like I get this feeling here that some of you are just like releasing things. And it's like when you get to that place where, you can truly release something and you just don't care. And it's not like you don't care. It's like, you're just like, everything's temporary. There's no point in holding on to things. And, it's like that non-attachment. I feel like this is making you very powerful at this time. I also feel that for a lot of you, that, with this peer card where it says making a decision, I would pick like the path that is going to cause you to grow. It's like, everybody has a choice. You can stay the same or grow. So I would just choose growth and do something that is hard with that fork in the road card, because it's like you're ready for the next level. You have the Nine of Wands, Six of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. Again, I feel like you are very guarded, but this is showing up in the good stuff. And so what I would say here is I feel that if you are experimenting or trying new things, this is my card of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. I feel there could be a lot of success in experimentation, trying new things, doing anything differently in your life. Really, really good. You have the Six of Pentacles here, and again, some of you could have been breadcrumbed in the past, but now I feel like you're very focused on making sure that you don't overgive, and I feel like you're also making sure to give to things that give to you. You might even be asking yourself, like, why do I give to people that give nothing back to me? So I feel like you are, which is a good thing. It's like, that's why we're here. We're here to learn, to not do that. So again, I feel like a lot of you are very, very focused on creating more balance in your life. I do see you also experimenting. Again, I feel that you could be showing up in the good stuff. This could be very good for business, creating more balance in your finances as well. You have the Ace of Wands. Again, very good. Clearly, you have this inspiration card. The Ace of Wands, to me, can be an inspiration. It's like that. I always look at it as that spark of life, the Ace of Wands, but it could be a spark of inspiration where you kind of maybe see something new that you could work on in your life, or you get some new ideas. And if you work on those ideas, they could bring a lot of success to you. This card is out with the old, with this castle that's crumbling here, and in with the new. So there's clearly a very passionate new beginning coming in for you with this Ace of Wands. But let's get more detail and see what that could be. With the Nine of Wands, you have this eccentricity card. A lot of these cards of innovation in your reading. Nine of Wands, card of experimentation. So as I always say to you, Pisces, if you're not experimenting, you're crazy. With the Six of Pentacles, you have this discovery card. Again, just another card with a world on it, right? So I feel like you are discovering, some things that make you special, some things that make you stand out and get you a lot of attention. And this is going to be very important. I'm noticing a lot of repeating numbers here. You have 1111 right here. You have a bunch of nines. Nines represent newness or new beginnings to me. And even like the Tibetan Buddhists consider 9 to be the end. So again, I feel there's some like there's something here. You have another 11 over here, by the way, that I just noticed. So, and a 9 over here. So pretty interesting. I feel this could be definitely just confirmation. You have another 11 up here. So there you go, Pisces. Love it. You also have, what's this other one? Is that 12? Because it looks like you have 12, 12. There you go. With the Eight of Wands, you have this flattery card. Yeah, flattery isn't going to work on you any longer. Look, the interesting thing is, I love this card because there's two faces facing opposite directions and two facing together. It's almost like you've been through this with a person who is like the opposite, who just like was never looking at you, and now you're meeting a person who is looking directly at you, nose to nose. So, I feel there's like a much more exciting connection if you want love to come in. So, love it. This is very good. We're going to see what else wants to come up here with Mega Deck. So let's see. You have this Many Paths card. Of course, you have many options. I would pick one. I would narrow your focus because that's what the cards want, plain and simple. You have this Staff card. Kind of reminds me of the Ace of Wands. But I feel like this is something powerful. It's like, the whole reading says there's something powerful about you, but you have to believe it. It could be a talent, gift, skill, or ability. It could be a new option in your life. And here's the thing. Is, as I've been saying to you for months, just based off your astrology, other people are not going to see it for you. Other people are not going to necessarily believe that you can do something here, but I feel like you have to do it anyway. You have this in the hand. It says the universe is your partner. Yes. See, the universe wants you to inspire people. The universe wants you to do something that could be, very successful. So I feel like you have to do it. You have this horned cactus. It says resourcefulness. Like I said, definitely, if you've been working on a project and something didn't go according to plan at the end of August, then, I feel this is saying you need to get resourceful. It's like you need to start asking yourself questions, like just ask a question. How can I make this work? How can I make something successful? And that's what I feel like you need to do here. It's like ask the question. I think, and you don't need to know the answer. It's like when you ask the question, you will find the answer. You have this root girl. It says the disowned self. I really feel that maybe a past connection was meant to show you all the kind of the things that you don't look at in yourself, and you're meant to kind of like heal those things. So if you had a difficult connection that's coming back up here, then, again, it could be an important time for you to kind of like heal yourself, or, to go back over the things and ask yourself the question, like, why do I give to a person that doesn't give to me, and things like that. But a really good reading here, Pisces. Like I said, I really feel that it is a time for you to stand out. Like I said, it's like, the world will wonder how you do these things, especially with this world card that's staring at me here in this reading. You have so much world imagery. It's crazy. So love it. Thank you for being here, and really appreciate it, and definitely enjoy your month.